Hello, today I'm going to make a beautiful vodka pasta sauce. It's one of my favourites from a tiny little trattoria in Lucca, and it's usually served with penne, which is absolutely delicious, and I'm sure once you've made this it'll be part of your repertoire. I'm going to show you different ways of serving it as well, and also to tie it to Lucca I'm going to use a beautiful pan I bought last time I was in Lucca, just from a tiny little hardware shop. It's made by an artisan just outside Lucca, and it's a beautiful hand-forged copper pan. One of those things that will last for a lifetime. It's so beautiful, I've actually been having it hanging up for a little while, but I've decided it would be beautiful to use, and it will become a little bit more battered. I'm sure it won't be so shiny by the time we're finished, but will perhaps become an heirloom, something that will last a lifetime and beyond, I'm sure. They always used to use these in the big old hotels, and they really did take a lot of use and still go strong. We'll have a little look to see whether it's shiny by the end. I've just seasoned it with some olive oil and heated it, and it's ready then to use. Obviously you can use any pan, but I do recommend a flat pan like this, a frying pan. That enables your sauce to really evaporate and gives you that beautiful concentrated flavour. So the ingredients we need for our vodka sauce. We obviously need vodka. It doesn't have to be a special kind of vodka, any kind of vodka would be fine. I always think this is a great student recipe, and I do it on my student classes because I reckon students have always got these ingredients in and always got vodka in. We also need some pancetta. It doesn't have to be pancetta. I usually use a smoked lardons or pancetta or smoked bacon. Gives it that lovely flavour. So I'm just going to get the onion ready. I've done this many times, and if you want to look on my website you'll see a very close-up video of how to do this. So we would just want half an onion. So what I usually do with a nice sharp knife is I put my thumb on the top, do some slices across, then slices along the lines of the onion, and then that's ready for you just to go along and slice that. The tighter you do those lines, the more you're going to get a finer finish. And then usually I just do a couple of little bits at the end just to cut that through. I've just had to move over to the gas because as beautiful as this pan is, it's not going to work on my induction hob. And we're going to get a little bit of butter in there, about 25 grams of butter and about a tablespoon of olive oil. If you combine olive oil and butter together, you'll find that it won't catch as quickly as if it was just butter, but that butter will really give that flavour. So let's just melt that together in the pan, and then I'm going to put in my onions, and I'm going to put in my bacon or my pancetta into the pan as well. And we're going to fry those together just until the onions are translucent and the bacon is cooked through. If the bacon goes a little bit crispy, that's lovely, but it doesn't have to. Let's just get that cooking together. And you can see that half an onion and that quantity of bacon, which is about 80 grams of bacon, is just about the right amount for this pan. So when the bacon and onion is softened nicely, I'm ready to add in my vodka. I'm actually going to set the vodka alight and flambe it. You don't have to do that. You can just let it bubble away. So I'll just get my lighter, I'll pour in the vodka, and I'm just going to let that flambe a little bit. Don't be alarmed, it's absolutely fine. And that will just let it burn off a little bit. Then I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to add a little bit of chilli, just to give it a little bit of extra spiciness. So we'll just let that go down. Going to add in my other ingredients. A good couple of tablespoons of tomato puree. The Italians love using tomato puree. This is a particularly good one, Cheerio. So I want about 2 tablespoons of the puree. Stir that through and let that cook for a minute. And then I'm going to stir in the double cream. Let's just pop that a little bit lower. And this is about 150 millilitres of double cream, about half of the standard tub of cream. So stir in that cream and let that cook together a little bit. And that will give you a lovely creamy sauce. And you want to let that cook together for about 5 or 10 minutes just to get that lovely flavour, and of course it's evaporating, so you need to give that a stir every so often. So this is our final sauce finished. I've done the prawn version, but you don't need to do that. Serve it with whatever pasta you like, although I tend to use a very traditional penne pasta, but you could use tagliatelle, whatever you would like to do. So this is our delicious sauce, so enjoy. So I've finished my recipe and washed up my pan. Let's have a quick look what it's like. Not bad at all. Probably will lose that colour over time, although I have got a cleaner that will restore it. But I think I'm going to use it. It's a real workhorse in the kitchen. I think it will be an heirloom after that. And quite tempting to go to Lucca to buy another one. Maybe you fancy popping to Lucca to do the same.